Yo, what's up everyone? It's your boy Vegas here, back with another video. And today we're doing a little bit of a different video. This is going to be a 27 or younger video. So all the players on our tem, when we sign them, have to be younger than 27. Whether that's going to be through the draft, through free agency, through trades. Every player has to be younger than 27. And every player that's currently on this Seahawks roster that is older than 27 will be traded for picks or a player. So we're going to take a look at the roster. We're going to see who we're going to have to trade, and then I'll go and make those trades before we even start the preseason. And we're going to get the show on the road and get this going. So yeah, let's just take a peek at what the team looks like right now. And if we go to our lineup, it's going to load. We got Geno Smith, who's going to need to be traded. Will Dissly's going to need to be traded. Tyler Lockett's going to need to be traded. I believe Phil Haynes has to be traded. Let's double check. Yeah, Phil Haynes is 27, so he'll need to be traded. And then everyone else on the O-line is able to stay. Yeah, because Damian Lewis is 26. So yeah, everyone else on the O-line can stay. Evan Brown's like 25, I believe. So those are the big players on the offense that we're going to be trading. I don't really think anyone else is older than 27. I mean, technically, I guess if we're following what's happening in real life with the Seahawks, Jason Peters would be here and he would need to be traded, but he's not, so that's good. And then when we hop over to defense, of course, Bobby Wagner is going to have to be traded. Jamal Adams, Quandre Diggs. Does Trey Brown have to be traded? I don't think he's that old. Yeah, 25. He's fine. Jaron Reed's going to have to be traded. Our D tackle, our nose tackle, or I guess right end right now. And then these are all young guys. Jermont Jones is 26, I believe. Jordan Brooks, I think, is only 25 because this is his 5th year. Let's double check. I know Nuosu's 26. Yeah, Jordan Brooks is, or it's not his 5th year, his 4th year. So yeah, basically we have to trade our safeties, our only nose tackle, the best linebacker on the team. Devin Bush, does he need to be frick? 25. Okay, we're chilling. We're chilling. All right, I'm starting to doubt myself, Al. Yeah, everyone else is good to stay. So I'm gonna do most of those trades off camera. I think Al Robinson might need to be traded too. But I'm going to do those trades. I'm going to go find people to trade them to. And we're going to, I'll show you who I get in return and what picks I get and whatnot. But I'll get back to you guys then. Also, real quick, shameless plug. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel for more rebuilds. I'm going to be posting a ton of rebuilds. And whenever you guys subscribe or like, it really, really supports me. If we could hit like 25 likes on this video, that'd be awesome. I seriously appreciate it, and I know I need a shameless plug, but yeah, you guys have been killing it. Our last video did awesome, and 25 likes on this video, and make sure you subscribe if you're enjoying the content. It really means a lot, and we'll get to those trades. Alright, so this challenge has been a lot more difficult than I expected it to be, but for our first trade, we were trading Jamal Adams and Brian Monet, both 27-year-olds. A second and a third to the Eagles for 23-year-old Jordan Davis, 79 overall, superstar X Factor. No, just superstar dev, which kind of seems like a bit much, but I mean, since they're older players, it's going to be harder to trade for good younger players. So we'll accept that, and we'll get to train someone else. All right, so we got Geno Smith going to the Bears for a left guard and a 2024 second round pick, and this is mainly to clear up some cap space and just see what we get going. All right, so we're going to be trading Tyler Lockett to the Panthers for the left outside linebacker Brian Burns and a 2024 5th round pick. We'll make that go through. All right, so not many teams were, or actually no team had above red interest for Bobby Wagner, probably because he's old. So the Chargers are going to give us a second and a third for Bobby Wagner. I couldn't find another team that would give us better value. So we're just going to take that, and I'm sure I could have squeezed a little bit more out for him, but we'll take that, and yeah, we'll go and try to get some more players. And this is going to be the last trade I show you guys. I'm trading Quandre Diggs to the Commanders for their free safety, like Derek Forrest, I think, or something like that. 82 overall, 2024 third and fourth round pick. So hopefully those pan out to be decent picks. And we got a player in return, which is good. So we'll make that go through. And the rest of the trades I'll do off camera, and I'll show you the team afterwards. All right, so here's how our team's looking right now. So right now we have a pretty decent line, I would like to say. We could use a center. We could use another tight end, and we definitely need a quarterback, so hopefully I can trade up in the draft and snag one. But we were able to pick up Jay Palmer. I forget his first name. We traded some guys for him. We got Jenkins right here. And then really we didn't do much on offense. Most of our trades were on defense. So if we go over to the defense, really get Brian Burns, which I think Bobby Wagner might have been part of that trade. Jordan Davis, Kwity Paye. I showed you this trade. But we got some good guys, and I don't think we're gonna do horrible, but I don't think we're gonna do amazing. On special teams, I really wasn't concerned about punter and kicker, because they're all old in this game, so I'm not really concerned about that too much. But we're looking good right now, in my opinion. I mean, slot cornerback could definitely use an upgrade, but other than that, we're looking pretty good. So we're gonna get out and we're gonna sim to week 1, I guess, actually. And I'll see you guys once we've simmed to week 1. Alright, so it looks like we got some guys with upgrades, so we'll go through and we'll upgrade some of these guys real quick. Tariq Woolen, Julian Love, Kwity Paye. So not too many terribly important guys. But we'll just get Tariq Woolen slot. Hopefully he gets that 1 speed. Become a 99. He does. 99 speed now. Look at that. Julian Love at strong safety. We'll give him hybrid. Hybrid also has a decent chance of giving speed from what I've been told. And then we'll upgrade Kwity Paye and Noah Fant, and we're gonna sim the rest. Kwity Paye is gonna be a power rusher, even though he is more of a run stopper. And then Noah Fant will give vertical threat to, and then we'll just sim everything else. Nice. Alright. Sim it. Yep. Okay, so we're going to take one peek at the lineup right before we go into the season. And hopefully we're looking good. If not, I might just cry. But, yeah. So... Oh, it's Evan Brown's injured. What the heck? I thought I turned off injuries. Okay. So with that, we're going to take a look at the lineup real quick. And we got some guys. Evan Brown is injured. I'm going to have to go in and turn off injuries. I forgot to do that. DK Palmer. Okay, so no one's unlocked anything. We still got Drew Lock in at QB. On defense, any changes? No changes, but we'll see. So we're going to sim to the mid-season mark, and I'll see you guys when we get there. All right, so at the mid-season mark, the Seahawks are 3-3. We're an 81 overall, 80 offense, 83 defense. We're second in the division. Cardinals are 1-6. But okay, this is cool. We're gonna check this out. Keep an eye on Jones, defensive lineman. Okay, so apparently Draymond Jones has a dev upgrade potentially, which would be huge. We'll take a look at the team though real quick. Forgot to set my my scouts. But I'm going to go in and do that right. I think it's too late, but I think one probably is set for quarterback. I would hope so. Because we're going to need to either sign one in free agency or draft one. And I don't know if there's going to be one available in free agency. So we got that to look forward to. But let's go check out the team. And the team is looking good. Jackson Smith and Jigba with Superstar. DK with Superstar X Factor. Really not much has changed. I think some overalls have gone up. But other than that, not much has changed. Zach Charbonnet doesn't have his dev unlocked yet, but it's just Star. And then on defense, we got Jones with the breakout potential this week. And then we got Jordan Davis, which we honestly need a backup for. But we got Jordan Davis and Brian Burns. And other than that, there really isn't many upgrades. So, and then Witherspoon is a star. So, that's cool. All right, so we're just going to get right to it. And we're going to go straight to the postseason. Or playoffs, postseason playoffs, same difference. And we finished the year 5-12, and we're gonna see what the team looks like now. We are not playing in the wild card, but our defense has regressed somehow. Our offense has gone up, but we're gonna take a peek at the team. We'll look at stats. We are using Seahawks playbook, and everyone's morale is down. We got Walker up to an 89, DK's up to 90, Smith's an 81. So not much changed on offense. On defense, looks like Draymond Jones did not hit that, but he's up to a 78. We got Jordan Davis up to an 81. Brian Burns is up to an 89. Or was he an 89? I think he was an 87. Julian Love's an 81. Spoon's an 81. Drake Woolen's an 85. Quiddy Pay's a 79. So our defense is honestly pretty good, in my opinion. I don't think we really need to add to our defense. I think we just need to add to our offense. But we'll take a peek at the stats real quick, and we'll see what went wrong. Stats and awards. So Drew Lock did not have a good year by any means. He had one more touchdown than he had interceptions, which is not good. On 304 completions, 481 attempts, only 3,500 yards about. Rushing, Kenneth Walker didn't even have 1,000 yards. He had 932 yards. Averaged 4.2 yards per carry, which is pretty good. Then Zach Charbonnet with 240 yards. And Kenneth Walker only had one touchdown. Wow. Receiving, Jackson Smith and Jigba led the team. He had 6 touchdowns, 1,000 receiving yards. Joshua Palmer was second, 700 yards with 5 touchdowns. And DK Metcalf had almost 700 yards with 4 touchdowns. Then Noah Fant had 500 yards with 3 touchdowns, and that's awesome. And then, a couple touchdowns to some other guys. Blocking, Charles Cross and Abraham Lucas were horrendous. Wow. Jeez. Okay. Damian Lewis was not good. Evan Brown was not good. Tevin Jenkins was all right. And then he only played for part of the season, so I'm not even going to count that. So our line was not good by any means. Then on defense, most tackles by Devin Witherspoon and then Devin Bush. And then Jordan Brooks, Julian Love, Mike Jackson. So we got corners up there, which isn't good. Tackle for loss, Brian Burns had 18. Draymond Jones had 16. Quiddy Pay had 15. Uchenna Nwosu with 11. And Jordan Davis with 10. Sacks, Draymond Jones had 5.5 with the most on the team. It's horrendous. Brian Burns had 4. Uchenna Nwosu had 4. Jordan Brooks had 3.5. Jordan Davis had 2.5. Quiddy Pay had 2. Mike Morris had 2. Okay, we had a couple guys with some. And then interceptions. Devin Bush had 8 interceptions. 8 interceptions. My middle linebacker had 8 interceptions. Okay. Wow. Brian Burns had 1. Jordan Brooks had 1. Witherspoon, Jackson, Julian Love. I love how Tariq Woolen didn't have a single interception, but Devin Bush has 8. That's phenomenal. I love it. Okay. So that's what the problem was, it looks like. Was that our corners must have sucked. Holy smokes. And let's see. Devin Bush led the leagues in interceptions and deflections. Wow. At middle linebacker. Well, it explains why he was so happy. He must have won an award or something. Um, well, we're gonna just go to the Super Bowl, and I'll see you guys when we get there. All right, so the Cowboys beat the 15-2 Bengals in the Super Bowl, 42-14. Wow, that's horrific. So we're gonna look at the recap. So Cowboys win Super Bowl. Dak gets MVP. Joe Burrow wins the NFL MVP. Coach of the Year goes to Zach Taylor. Josh Jacobs wins offensive player of the year. Defensive player of the year goes to Aaron Donald. Offensive rookie of the year goes to Bijan Robinson, and defensive rookie of the year goes to Will Anderson. Thought maybe Bush would have had a chance with 8 interceptions. But it looks like he didn't. Is there a way I can look at the awards right here? There is. In-season awards. Never mind. That was supposed to be last week. That's all right. 8 rushing touchdowns now? Okay. Whatever. All right. So that's phenomenal. We got some upgrades. We have a 33 overall tight end. Oh no. Okay, we're just gonna upgrade them all. I don't care. Okay, so we're gonna go to free agency, re-sign people, and then hopefully we can get someone in free agency. Okay, so players free agency 19. Okay, hopefully they're not all starters. We have 61 million to work with. So if I give him like a pretty fat deal, he might come back. It's 19 million a year over 6 years. We'll make that offer. Offer's perfect. Oh, he's a superstar X Factor. I didn't even notice that. Oh, I forgot to look at the team after the season. Ah, snap. I should have done that. Pay. Okay, so a lot of our kind of more important guys are up. Devin Bush is cheap, and he played phenomenal for us last year. Okay, we got Devin Bush back. We still have 32 mil in. We need our middle linebackers. We'll up the money just a little bit. Jordan Brooks signs. Uchenna Nwosu. He'll probably sign cheap. I'm going to take Kwity Paye's 5th-year option. Uchenna Nwosu. We'll up the year and the money just a little bit. And he signs. Now we need to see if we can get Noah Fant back. Ooh, we need Damian Lewis too. Honestly, we could draft a left guard because Damian Lewis really didn't play the best for us. Okay, so it looks like Noah Fant's not coming back, but we can franchise him. He's so expensive. Damian Lewis, let's see if you come back. I can get someone in free agency, I'm sure, tight end. Okay, so Damian Lewis comes back, and we have 5 mil in cap. So we're going to have a phenomenal draft because we don't have any money for free agency. Let's see if we can. I'm going to see if I can free up some room by restructuring some guys, and I'll see you guys after I restructure and free up some cap. Okay, so I restructured a bunch of contracts and I freed up a bunch of cap space. So now we have 28 million to work with in free agency, which is not very much, but it's enough to get hopefully some decent pieces. And remember, they have to be young. So a guy like Isaiah Simmons would be huge, but he doesn't want to sign like at all. So I'm not even gonna bother with him. To be honest with you, he's not much more of an overall than who we already have. So I know we're not going to be able to get people that are amazing in free agency, but I'm gonna go and target some guys, and I will be back after I have put in all my offers, I guess you could say. All right, so we're just gonna be going after Noah Fant, Irv Smith Jr. and Isaiah Rogers Sr. Really, we're in the lead for all of them, and we don't. There's not really any good choices at any other positions that we need. So we're just gonna eval and see if we can sign any of these guys. Hopefully, we can get Isaiah Rogers and one of the tight ends. We'll see. All right, and we sign Irv Smith Jr. and Isaiah Rogers, which is awesome. And it looks like Noah Fant went somewhere else, which is fine, but sweet. So time to get to the draft. So I have money to pay people. Yes, Ian, Vegas, you have money to pay people. Man, our offensive or defensive points per game was second worst in the NFL. The defensive rushing yards per game was also pretty horrific. Wow. Our pass wasn't bad. I mean, we have a good line too, so that's why I'm like kind of like weird. All right, we're swinging to the draft. I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna try to trade up. If there's a decent looking quarterback, I'm definitely gonna try to trade up and get him. We need a quarterback like pretty badly. So we're just gonna start the draft and see. Okay, we don't have a clock. I forgot. Oh, okay, we do have a first round pick. Okay, frick. I thought we traded it. I guess not. All right. So let's see. Who do we want when the time comes to us? Oh, okay. This is a very heavy. Okay, let's look at these 3 top 5 quarterbacks. Hey, these guys are 100% complete. Decent, solid. His physicals, skills aren't amazing. So he's 2 to 3. So Stephen McDonald's true round 1 talent. He isn't top 5 talent though, but he's still probably gonna go before a lot of these other guys do. Anthony Lamston. I don't know. Let's look at just all the quarterbacks real quick. Round 1. Yeah, there's not very many, if any, good quarterbacks. So we're gonna get Stephen McDonald, and if he's not available, we're just gonna get Anthony Livingston. I don't think every team in front of us will be taking a quarterback. I think maybe the Rams do. I don't see anyone else taking a quarterback. Next user pick. Hopefully it's available. Okay, so we're going to take Anthony. Okay, so our guy did get taken, but we'll take him. Let's pray for the best. 94 throw power, 79 speed. Okay, so he's not looking too bad at all. I have juke move, which isn't good. But hey, we're actually looking pretty good at quarterback right now with this guy. And we have a bunch of second round picks, so we're just gonna skip to next user pick. I'm not too terribly concerned with who we pick, where we pick, and that. I mean, we do need certain positions, but we will take what's available. We need a center. Let's go for like a guard or a tackle, because they can generally play center. Actually, we might just take best guy available right here. PD, CB. Huh. This guy's B's across the board. He looks alright. We'll take him. He'll be a good D tackle. I can already tell. And then we should pick again in the second round pretty soon. And then after this round, we probably won't show who we pick. Just will get kind of annoying. Left guard. We change direction. Second and left guards, we'll take him. 90 strength, let's go. Looks kind of small, but he's huge. We'll take it. And all these guys we've drafted, they're all under 27. So we're good. And yeah, I think we'll take one in the third. And then we'll be done and we'll go and see what the draft's looking like. Hopefully it's looking good. But I don't know. It's the third, Marquise Fisher. Usually there's a reason that these guys drop. BBC. That's exactly what I meant BBC to mean. At 100%. Don't twist it and contort it in any other way. Marquise Fisher, how fast is he? 24th, he's slow. Nolan May, are you slow too? He's not fast. Man, I don't know. I think we might just snag a tight end. Because why not? She's strong. She's not strong or fast. Okay, we're going to take that cornerback, and then I'm just going to sim the rest of the draft. We'll see how our picks turned out. And yeah, did we go all the way to the bottom? We did. Oops. My bad. But we're going to take this guy right here, Nolan May. Hidden Dev. Let's go. Okay, he's not the slowest, but he's not the fastest. We did lose Mike Jackson, so actually it's probably a good idea that we took a cornerback right there. Hopefully it turns out to be a good guy, and I'll see you guys after the draft. Alrighty, boys. So we just finished the draft, and we're going to see if any of the guys we drafted are any good. So let's look, and hopefully they are. And this draft was not good. Our quarterback's a 73, so he's better than Drew Lock. That D tackle's a 73. I think they're both hidden dev. That left guard was a 72, so he's probably going to play center. Matt Winfield is a corner that they took in the 7th, and he's a 70. He's pretty quick, it looks like, which is good. That corner that we took is a 69. Nice. And then the rest of the guys are just mid. Let's just see what the draft looked like just totally in general. Okay, so by overall, Taron Jackson was the second pick. He's the best cornerback. And we don't have a quarterback up here. Here's Stephen McDonald at a 75. I didn't think that... yeah, I wouldn't have even traded with the Rams for pick 1, so... I didn't think they would take him because they have Stetson Bennett and Matt Stafford in real life. We're looking at Jeff French for a second. But obviously we took the guys that we took, so we can't change it, but I'm not too terribly upset. I mean, I took the guys we kind of needed when we had the opportunity, and then I let the computer take over after that. But we're gonna advance to the next season, and I'm just gonna get straight to week 1, and we'll see what the team looks like right at week 1. So we're gonna sim to there, and then I'll show you guys what the team looks like. All right, so we're in the first week. Week 1, we got expectations for the rookie quarterback, all this jazz that I'm not gonna do. But let's look and see what our lineup's looking like right now. I think we're at 83 overall currently. We got Livingston on at quarterback. He's a 75 after the preseason. That's awesome. Kenneth Walker's a 90 with boost, morale boost. Jackson Smith and Jig was an 83. Our left guard, I forgot to make him a tackle, or a center, I mean. He is hidden dev, which is awesome. But we're just quickly going to make him a center. I might have said tackle on accident. Oops. But we're just going to change him up to center real quick, just so he's starting. And I like our line right now. I mean, obviously, our center could be better. But he's not horrific. Oh, we have an awful tight end room that I didn't even realize. On defense, though, looking nice. X Factor Brian Burns. Devin Bush is down to a 79. He was boosted, I think, last season because of those 8 picks. Woolen's up to an 85. Witherspoon's an 81. Got Isaiah Rodgers in here at a 79. So our team's actually looking pretty good. We are an 83 overall hard. So that's cool. Frick Boomers is the coach, man. But we're just going to sim to the midseason mark and see where we are when we get there. We'll check out the team and see how we're doing. All right, so at the midseason mark, we're actually doing really good. We're 5-2, which is awesome. Next man up. Discuss being without a top player this week. What? I turned off injuries. What do you mean we're going to be without a top player this week? Oh my gosh. Whatever. Injuries are off, so I don't know why DK Metcalf is apparently injured. Sorry, I just wanted to check that. That's so weird, man. I don't get this game sometimes. All right, Jordan Davis has an upgrade. We're going to give him run stopper. Awesome. Amazing. And then Jackson Smith and Jigba, who we're just going to give a slot to. Slot helps with speed if you guys didn't know, and now you do. Sometimes you can get +1 speed or excel, and then we're just going to, auto upgrade the rest. And now we'll take a peek at the team. We got an A4 defense, A3 offense. We're going to go to manage roster, not staff. I'm going to see what this team's looking like right now. So, injuries are literally off. I don't know why he's injured, man. He shouldn't be injured. That's mad annoying. I don't know if you can go in and turn off or get rid of the injury, but it's probably just for the scenario. So we got Livingston's dev trait shown, and he is a star. Same with Shivers. Shivers is a star, and he's up to 74. Both our guards, our team's just boosted as of right now. D.S. Christians is in the lineup. I don't like this, man. I don't like it at all. Ken Walker's up to 90 hard overall. Then on defense, Devin Bush is up to an 80. Brian Burns is a 90. We're looking good on defense, man. I like the way this team's starting to look. So we're just going to sim to the playoffs, and we'll see if we have a playoff spot. I don't know if we will. We'll check out these players ready to negotiate. Joshua Palmer, Tevin Jenkins, Derek Forrest, Julian Love, Jordan Davis. So I'm just going to have to pick up the option on both those guys. I guess we can offer some contracts right now real quick. Palmer has done just fine for us. Give him a 5-year deal. That's fine by me. We only have 27 million to sign these guys with. So both of our safeties are on contract years, so they might perform better. I'm fine with that deal. It's 11 mil a year. I think until we restructure some people, we're only gonna be able to sign one guy back, and neither of them are like super amazing, so I might just hold off and see if there's anyone in free agency. But I do want to sign at least one back, and Derek comes back. We'll just see if we can just bring them both back. They're not that expensive. Okay, so Julian Love wants to test free agency, And we're just going to have to pick up the 5th year option on to what were rookies. But let's see if we can get better somehow, and hopefully we do. So we're going to just send to the playoffs, and hopefully we have a playoff spot. I'll see you guys when we get there. All right, so we are actually in the playoffs right now, and we are playing the San Francisco 49ers, who have a significantly better team than we do. I mean, we got rivals, first of many. But sweet. We'll look at the team in a second. We're going to do playoff rivals. We're just going to play out the scenarios. We're going to get hard hitting. I like hitting hard, you know what I'm saying? And then for the first of many, what are we going to choose? We're going to play it cool, just in case we lose, so we don't get like all messed up. Hopefully we can get some of those staff points. But we're going to go in and upgrade the players that have upgrades. So let's see who all can upgrade. Our quarterback, awesome. We love to see it. He's up to a 70. He's at 80 with morale boost, but almost to 79. So this quarterback was the right choice at that pick for sure. And then Jordan Davis. Well, run stopper, why not? I want to see where our defense is kind of ranked, because I really wasn't paying attention. But we also need to look at end season stats, picks, tackle for loss, things like that. And we're going to look at the team first, just real quick. And then we'll look at the season stats for our guys. This is year 2 when we made the playoffs, which is awesome. And is this guy's name Beck? Brandon Hickman's a superstar at 67 overall. I don't know if he'll ever really like become better than that, but that's surprising. Jackson Smith and Jigba's up to an 84 hard. DK's up to 92. I really like our backfield and wide receivers. We're looking good. Up to a hard 75, 77 with morale. That's awesome. And then our defense is looking pretty good. We got Witherspoon and Woolen both in the 80s, and Isaiah Rodgers is down 1 with morale. D-Force is up to an 84 overall. Brian Burns is at a 91. Devin Bush, Jordan Brooks. We're looking good. I really think we're looking good. So we're going to go look at the season stats real quick, and then we're going to send this game against the 49ers and see, you know, what is it? What is up? So Anthony Livingston was 14th in the NFL, I think it said, or 11th in the NFL for passing yards with just over 36 or just under 3,700 passing yards. He threw for 34 touchdowns to only 14 interceptions, which for a rookie is really freaking good. Rushing, Kenneth Walker had almost 5 yards a carry for 1,000, almost 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns, 0 fumbles. I was looking at fumbles when I was looking at rushing touchdowns last year, so I do apologize for that. And then Zach Charbonnet carried for 500 yards, 3.5 per carry, and 5 touchdowns. And then Livingston rushed for 264 yards, which is pretty good for a quarterback. And Kenny McIntosh got some time in there too. Receiving, DK Metcalf led the team, 89 receptions, 8,100 or 1,100 yards, 15 touchdowns. Jeez, that's a touchdown machine right there. Smith and Jigba had 800, almost 900 yards with 8 touchdowns, and Joshua Palmer had 724 yards with 3 touchdowns, and then Irv Smith Jr. had 4 touchdowns with 400 yards. So pretty good passing game, like better than pretty good, really good blocking. Let's see if that made a big difference. So this year we had way better blocking. Our rookie killed it for a first year. And wow, Damian Lewis and Tevin Jenkins, just really solid play. And then our tackles, Abraham Lucas slacked a little bit more than Charles Cross did this year. But, you know, all in all said, they didn't do the worst. And then on defense, we have Devin Bush with the most tackles, Julian Love with second most. Jordan Brooks. Brian Burns with 10 tackles for loss. Draymond Jones with 8. Larry Williams. Oh, that's the D tackle I drafted. I haven't even peeked at him. With 7 tackles for loss. Devin Bush had 5. And sacks, Draymond Jones had 3. Man, we just can't get sacks, I guess. Larry Williams had 3. Man, he might. I wonder what his dev is. Brian Burns with 1. Kwity Paye with 1. Chen Nwosu with 1. Then interceptions. Devin Bush had 4 interceptions. Tariq Woolen finally gets some picks. He has 4 interceptions. Jordan Brooks has 2. Julian Love has 2. And we have a few guys with 1. But yeah, there we go. Tariq Woolen finally gets his picks. And Devin Bush also leads the team again in picks, which is not something you see very often, I don't feel like, by a middle linebacker. But especially in Sim. But we will actually, let's check the weekly awards. Usually only shows if you have someone. Our quarterback threw 31 of 34. Jeez, that's 5 passing touchdowns. That is awesome. All right, so we're going to sim this playoff game, and hopefully we can beat the 49ers. They're the real rivals for real to Seahawks. And hopefully we beat them. If not, it's all right. And we lose to the 49ers in the playoffs. It's all right. I really, honestly, wasn't expecting to win. 49ers have an insane roster. Nwosu out there talking with frick boomers. So we lost to the 49ers. I don't know why I showed that. I don't even have to. But, no, that's all right. But we're going to just sim to the Super Bowl and go and look at awards for this year. View yearly awards. So, looks like Trevor Lawrence gets MVP, and we only have Coach of the Year and MVP, and Nick Sirianni gets Coach of the Year. Do we have anyone up there for MVP? We don't. At least it wasn't Dak Prescott, though. He always seems to get it in these. Brock Purdy was up there. Jeez. All right, so we're going to go to Super Bowl week, or to the Super Bowl, and it's going to be the Eagles playing the Raiders. That is not who I expected to see in the Super Bowl, if I'm being completely honest. And in the Super Bowl, the Eagles win against the Raiders 27-21. That's a good game. Let's go and 2024 season recap. Trevor Lawrence wins the MVP. Philadelphia Eagles win the Super Bowl. Deion Jones wins the MVP of the Super Bowl. Nick Sirianni got Coach of the Year. We already been over that. Derrick Henry and Micah Parsons win Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year. And Offensive Rookie of the Year is Seahawks quarterback Anthony Livingston. Let's go. He should be a superstar dev now. And then the Defensive Rookie of the Year is the defensive tackle Devin Downey that went to the Dolphins. Wow, I wonder how close our defensive tackle was. But that's great. That's awesome. That means our quarterback has a dev upgrade, and that's probably what the skill point is, I'm assuming. Oh no, this is the yearly super low overalls get upgraded. That's awesome. We're gonna go to the next week. It's gonna be the off season. I think, is there anyone we need to sign? I think Julian Love was gonna think about it. I don't remember. Do we need anyone besides Julian Love? Oh, Jordan Davis and Charles Cross we would like back. We're going to accept their 5th year. And then Julian Love is really the only guy I want back. I mean, we can bump the money a little bit. Okay, so he's going to test out free agency. So we're going to be looking for a young, I'm not franchise tagging Julian Love, a younger strong safety in free agency. So let's get the free agency. And we're here in free agency, and we got not that good of a free agency class. Well, I guess we're looking for younger guys, so it's okay. Your junior was once a Seahawk. Ended up being really good for the Jets. Evan McPherson, I don't need you. Jordan Poyer, you're too old. Let's look at safeties real quick and just see if there's any decent strong safeties. Julian Love's the second best, and he's also the youngest. Brian Cook. Let's look at free safeties and see if there's any free safeties that can be moved to strong safety. Yeah, Blankenship. Okay, we're gonna give Julian Love an offer. Oh man, I'm paying him more than I want to. 5-year. I'm giving him too much money, but we're gonna hop back up just to players overall, and we really don't need anyone. We just need to develop. We just have players that need development time, in my opinion. Elijah Mitchell. Elijah Moore. I already have 3 good wide receivers. Though my 4th string is going to be pretty freaking old. Or pretty bad, I should be saying. Eric Stokes, cornerback. Alright, we're going to go up and actually offer Elijah Moore a deal, and that's going to be the last person we offer a deal to. We're just going to offer him that. We're going to go in a Val real quick. Alright, and we get Elijah Moore and Julian Love. So that ends up working out just great. We're going to advance week. We're just going to go straight to the draft. And I don't really know what position we need. Maybe corner would be a good position, a smart position to choose. I mean, we have safeties, unless there's like a really good looking free safety or strong safety. Really corner. This is the only position I can think of, and I didn't look at the team at the end of after the Super Bowl, so we're gonna look at the team real quick. Just see what everyone's looking like, see what position I may need. And Livingston is up to superstar. That's awesome. I'm excited. We can get a wide receiver 4. Or no, I got Elijah Moore. Why am I thinking that way? We need a tight end. That's so whack. Hickman was just a superstar, and now he's down to normal dev. I don't understand this at all. Draymond Jones is down to normal dev too now. Everyone up here is still star above. It's so weird. I don't get it. Oh, we have Isaiah Rodgers. I forgot. Yeah, so we'll look for probably some secondary, and then that's it. We don't really need... We're going to look for tight end first and then secondary. But there really wasn't any young players in that. And that's kind of what makes it hard to like do free agency, is that really free agency doesn't have young players. I'm going to go to our first pick, which is round 1, pick 20, which is where they grabbed Smith and Jigba in 2023 draft. Make your selection, pick player. Let's just look and see if there's a tight end. There's there's free safeties. So this looks like it's a heavy like free safety class. Alright, there's just not going to be any good tight ends, I don't think. BDB, BB. Let's look at speed and then agility's elite. And then what about Devin Bynes? Yeah, we're going to take the first guy, and then I honestly don't know what position I need. Right-handed, just like me. He's mid. Of course, he's normal dev, because why wouldn't he be? But we're just gonna go to our next user pick, and round 2, pick 20. Yeah, okay. These are all gonna be backups. This guy went up 26. over the years. Could drop 22. Wow. Okay, we're just gonna see. Is he fast or? Yeah, he's fast. He's not even that fast. Jeez, all these. I don't need him. I don't need him. Perman. We'll take another safety. Why not? Why not? He's hidden dev. Maybe he's a better overall. I don't know. I think I'm just going to sim the rest of the draft, and I'll see you guys at the regular season of next year. So it turns out I lied to you guys. I'm not going to see it at the beginning of next year because we need to look at our draft. Let's see if we got anyone good in the draft. Let's take a peek. And our first pick is a complete bust. Our second free safety pick is pretty freaking good, though, it looks like. So I'm glad I grabbed 2 free safeties. And then they grabbed a wide receiver for some reason. I think, weren't we looking at Darnell right? I don't know. But the CPU did not draft good. Let's look at the NFL. Calvin McCoy. So really, this just wasn't an amazing draft class. I mean, we got one of the top players. Devin Bynes, of course, he was the good one out of the 2. That's actually hilarious. I wonder what his dev trait is. I'm going to take a peek. He's just star, okay. But, yeah, so we didn't have the best draft, but honestly, we didn't have the worst, and we now have a free safety that can play strong or free safety. So that's awesome. But we're just going to go ahead and I'll see you guys in week 1. Or honestly, frick it, we're just going to sim with you. Why can't you watch me? I don't know. But we're going to go to week 1. And I'll see you guys then. All right, so we are in year 3 of the rebuild, and we're going to upgrade these players real quickly, and we will see what the team is looking like heading into year 3. Sure. But hopefully the team's looking pretty decent. I don't think we got any starters out of that draft. We're going to do it just line up. But we did good last year, 10-7. We really didn't get much pressure, which is kind of upsetting. But, ooh, Ferguson has hidden dev. We really don't need Elijah Moore. We should see what we can get for him because we do have some trade offers for him. And then on defense, we got Kwity Paye, Draymond Jones, Jordan Davis still. Goodrich, he's about 10 lower. Excuse my oven. But, yeah, we're looking pretty good on paper right now. Or a hard 85 overall, which is going to be in the higher end of the league. So let's just see what we're getting offered for Elijah Moore. And then if it's something we can take, we'll take it. If it's not, we're trading. Don't need a wide receiver. Don't need a middle linebacker. Yeah, I don't really need any of these players. So we're just going to keep them. We're going to see how we produce with them. And we're going to advance to midseason. I'll see you guys when we get there. All right, so at the midseason mark, we are 4-3. It is our bye week. But we're going to take a peek at our team right after we upgrade our players. Brian Burns gets an upgrade. Jordan Davis gets an upgrade. Everyone's getting an upgrade. +1 speed, let's go. Yeah, so we probably had a decent performance last week on the line. But we're going to see what the team's looking like right now. And then we're just going to head to the playoffs and see if we make it to the playoffs again. Or are we going to suck and not make it to the playoffs? Livingston's only an 81 still. Zach Charbonnet's up to 79. Kenneth Walker's a 93. DK's 94. And Jigba's 85. Palmer. I mean, we got we got a solid offense. I mean, we could upgrade at tight end for sure. And on defense, not much has changed. Jordan Davis is an 85 overall. But yeah, I mean, hopefully we're getting pressure. I'm not gonna, go and peak, but hopefully we are. And let's just get straight to the playoffs. Hopefully we can make it. We are 4-3 right now, so it'd be nice to win some more of our games. Cool. So we do make the playoffs, going 8-9. Wow, we had the third worst. We were the third worst in our division, and we still somehow made it. Our offensive passing is not good. Our defensive passing is not good. Our defensive points per game is 29th. We're ranked 29th, and somehow we still made it to the playoffs. Atlanta's probably going to smoke us. We're a better team than Atlanta, and we're still going to probably lose. We'll see who has upgrades, and we're going to look at the season. We're going to look at the team, and then we'll look at what they did on the season. So our team, did anyone get a dev upgrade? Did something happen? Because we did go up a few overalls. Manage roster. So, I mean, we did something right. Livingston's up to an 83. Ken Walker's up to a 95. 95 DK. A6 and Jigba. Our line is looking pretty good. And then Brian Burns went up. Devin Bush and Jordan Brooks are about the same. I mean, not too terribly much has changed. Drake Woolen went up a few overalls. Same with Witherspoon. But I don't know if that's enough to... I mean, it's probably enough to pull the team up to an 87. Let's see how our team did on the year. I wonder if our blocking was decent at all. 21st in the NFL for passing yards, 3,600 passing yards. We got 26 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. Nowhere close to as good as his rookie season. Rushing, Kenneth Walker had 1,200 yards for 10 touchdowns. Zach Charbonnet had 400 for 9. Livingston had 160 for 2. And McIntosh had 33 for 1 touchdown. Receiving, DK Metcalf hits 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. Smith and Jigba hits 815 for 2 touchdowns. And Joshua Palmer hits 803 for 5 touchdowns. And Irv Smith Jr. gets 5 touchdowns and 400 yards as well. Elijah Moore only going for 150 with 2 touchdowns. Blocking was awful. Charles Cross gave up 13 sacks, and other than that, I mean, it wasn't the worst, but Charles Cross the game must not like him. Okay, tackles, then Bush led the team. Jordan Brooks second place. Got good tackles. Tackle for loss, Kwity Paye had 13. Jordan Davis had 12. Draymond Jones had 12. Brian Burns had 10. And sacks, we finally get pressure this year. Brian Burns has 10.5 sacks. Kwity Paye has 9. Chen Nwosu has 5.5. Draymond Jones has 3.5. Tor Goodrich has 3.5. Larry Williams has 3.5. We got quite a bit of sacks, actually, which is good. And then interceptions, Drake Woolen with 3. Julian Love with 2. Torrey Goodrich, that free safety, with 1. Derek Force with 1. And Isaiah Rogers, senior, with 1. So our previous leader both years is nowhere to be seen. What a Madden thing to do. So we actually did fairly decent, I would like to say, when it came to defense and offense. I mean, we had kind of middle of the pack stats. We didn't lead anything, so I don't know, man. Not quitting the league, we're going back. So we're gonna see if we can win this wild card game against the 11-6 Atlanta Falcons, and we probably won't, but let's see if Sim says otherwise. And Sim said otherwise. We are in the divisional round playing Dallas, that went 12-5, who we also have a better team than, but we do have some upgrades going into this game. Jordan Davis, which is huge, so we'll give him run stopper. Awesome. And then we're just going to have to sim this game. Man, Hopefully we win. If we make a Super Bowl in year 3, that would be awesome, but I'm not sure if we will. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's gonna be up in the air. They had some of the best. Dallas is too OP in this game. All right, let's see. Are we going to... We beat the Dallas Cowboys. We are now in the NFC Conference Championship game against the Minnesota Vikings, the 11-6 Minnesota Vikings, who we are once again better than, but they do have an 88 overall offense. We only have an 87. And their defense is done amazing. I mean, the only thing they're not good at is offensive rushing yards, which we're amazing at stopping, it seems like. But we'll see what Hot Opponent's saying. We'll upgrade players, and we're going to hit the NFC Championship game. We're going to be confident. Hot streak. Yeah. Let's break their momentum and their Super Bowl hopes. All right, we're going to upgrade some players. Yeah, these guys can just get upgraded by CPU. All right, so we're praying that we get a win this week. And the Vikings will be taking on the Bills in Super Bowl 60. We lose to the Vikings. What was the score? Does it not say? Oh, what the heck? Wait, I'm in preseason, postseason. Okay, so we lost 10-37. Jeez, our defense cannot stop the Vikings offense. So that's how we lose. We must have some people in the Pro Bowl if it wants us to be the Pro Bowl roster. But I mean, we did really good in year 3. We almost making the Super Bowl. I would say that I would want to change the playbooks, but I don't know if it's going to do anything this late into a rebuild. But we have gone to the NFC Championship. Super Bowl has not been played yet. We're going to sim the Super Bowl. And who's going to win? The Buffalo Bills beat the Minnesota Vikings in the Super Bowl 21-14. We're going to look at the season recap. So the Bills win their first Super Bowl after losing 4 in a row 30 years prior. Josh Allen is the MVP of both the NFL and the Super Bowl. Zach Taylor is Coach of the Year again. Josh Allen gets Offensive Player of the Year. Myles Garrett gets Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year is the Jets quarterback Carl Fisher, and Defensive Rookie of the Year is right end KJ Anthony. So we got nobody up there, which isn't a surprise, but isn't a big deal. And we're going to go into this draft, kind of blind. Or I think this is a massive re-sign year, and I didn't re-sign anyone. I think DK's contract's up. Oh no, let's see. DK gonna re-sign? We have 64 mil. Yeah, DK has a contract. 81 mil over 4 years is the expected. 20 mil a year. I think he's getting paid more now. Okay, jeez. Jackson Smith and Jigba. 5th year option, I'll take it. Kenneth Walker, we want back. Just gonna give him an easy offer. Devin Witherspoon, Tariq Woolen. Oh man, our team's gone. We're done. I mean, these are our starting corners. We need to sign them. 11 mil a year. Oh my heavens. Pick up the 5th year on Devin Witherspoon. Okay, Kwity Paye. Tremont Jones. Is there anyone else? Michael Dixon. I mean, they'll sign a punter. So it is the 4th year, so we can just kind of see see how we're gonna mess with our cap. Jeez, they want a ton of money that I don't have. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go reconstruct some contracts and see if I can't free up some cap space. So I'll see you guys once I've done that and freed up as much cap space as I can. Alright, so I quickly freed up some cap space, and we're going to re-sign Abraham Lucas and hopefully Draymond Jones too. And dude, tackles are so expensive. I don't really want Draymond for too much. It's 11 mil a year. That's so much. I don't have enough salary cap to make that offer. Take his bonus down. Yeah, I don't have enough cap to bring him back, so that sucks. Actually, we'll just see if he takes his neutral. Oh, I still don't even have enough. Okay, so we might need to try to pick up a cheap guy in free agency. So we'll just head over to free agency right now and see if there's anyone that we're able to pick up for like 8 mil that is a left end or right end. I can't remember. I mean, if they can just be like someone that drops down to that position, I'll take them as well. But this free agency is already looking kind of weak. These guys are all too old. Because if I do want to sign someone, they have to be, you know, under the age of 27. Unless it's a player I previously had. I didn't make that super clear at the beginning, so but I got some of you guys yelling at your fucking TV that I'm not signing the right players or whatever. Is there anyone that's even mid? This guy doesn't look terrible. 5 mil a year. Okay, that's the only person I'm gonna go after. I probably can't even go after anyone else. Signings, okay, I got him. That's all that matters. That's cool. So with a little bit of a downgrade, with Draymond Jones gonna be gone, but we're able to just send to draft, and we're gonna try to pick up a tight end in the draft. I mean, the last time we drafted, technically, I mean, had superstar dev trait. Just he sucked, so he didn't play at all. I wonder if he would have developed. There's a lot of things I could have done differently this year, but this is gonna be our last draft. We're still in 87 overall, so you know, Draymond leaving did not hurt us that much. But we're just gonna start the draft and see where we can go with it. Hopefully, we can get a better team overall. But I mean, we have pick 29 in the draft, so hopefully there's still people available. But you know, honestly, there may not be. There may not be. Yeah, I'm just gonna look at tight ends, and if any of them look decent, I'll take them. I mean, this guy doesn't look horrible. This guy has 8 catch. I mean, sometimes you can get really good guys in like the later rounds. BD, AA. This guy like slow or? No, he's fast. I'm taking him. That was a reach for sure, but I like the way he looked. And really, I'm not gonna draft anything else. We're just gonna end the draft, and we're gonna end the draft. Let the CPU draft it all out, and then we'll see who we get. And I think hopefully the CPU drafts some decent players. I don't know. I gave it the 2nd, 3rd, 4th pick, so I mean, hopefully it drafts some good players. But looks like we're about to find out. Draft recap. Let's see. I drafted a 68 overall. That's lovely. But we got a 75 overall corner, which is cool, and a 74 overall right guard, which I don't really need. Another quarterback, 69 overall, nice. And then, yeah, so we're just gonna see who is the best player in the draft. Right here, Jason Spencer. Chris Harris taken at 6. So, I mean, was there another tight end, like, in a place where I could have drafted him? There probably was. I mean, tight ends are so hard to draft in this game. Yeah, the Bradley Walker. I think I went right over him. But I mean, it's not the end of the world. I'm not too terribly concerned. But yeah, it's time to just sim to week 1, and we'll see how we do in this final season of our league, and see, can we make the Super Bowl this year? Maybe, hopefully. Will we? Probably not. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have made it this far in the video, I mean, you should subscribe. There's no reason you shouldn't. You must have liked it or hated it enough to watch it this far. But I appreciate it all. I seriously do. And we are an 88 overall offense. That's awesome. We're going to look at our team. Manage roster. Just line up. Sorry for speaking out loud so much. But our team is looking pretty nice. DK Metcalf, Smith and Jigba, BJ Palmer. Or Joshua Palmer, not BJ Palmer. But yeah, I mean, we don't really have anywhere for that right guard that got drafted to go. And then defense. Our defense is not looking the best. But Drake Woolen got superstar dev. Awesome. Julian Love got star dev. Oh, he's let's see how fast he is. Okay, he's not incredibly quick, but I mean, better than nothing. I mean, that's a solid number 4 cornerback right there. We have a dirty secondary, not dirty, a really good secondary, it looks like. We got decent pass rush, I hope. So let's see what happens. I think this could be a good year. So playing the Eagles, 88 offense. We have 87 defense though. All right, we're gonna just sim to the mid-season point, and hopefully we get good. All right, so at the mid-season point, we are 1-6. What the heck happened? The 49ers are 1-5. What the heck? What went wrong? What? I mean, we even got better as a team. What the heck? I mean, our quarterback's a 60 or 86 overall, like, hard. What? Oh my gosh. I guess we're not going to the Super Bowl. Sorry to be a hater. Jordan Davis loses his dev trait. Of course it happens in the final year. All right. We're going to go see if by some miracle we can make the playoffs. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, but let's see. And at the end of year 4, we have our worst year. We go 13-4 or 3-14. Jeez, what happened? I mean, our offense is almost a 90. We have an 88 defense. We're gonna look at this team one last time before we go and look at our stats for the year, which look to be terrible. I mean, losing Draymond must have been the issue because our defensive points per game were the most in the NFL. Our defensive rush was the worst. Oh my gosh. Man, losing Draymond Jones was huge, I guess. Wow. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened, man. I have no clue. This is a phenomenal team and is absolutely insane. I mean, I don't know, man. Okay, so we've 15 most English is hard. 15th most passing yards in the league, 3,700 passing yards, 24 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. Rushing, we had 1,000 yards with Kenneth Walker the third, 7 touchdowns. Zach Charbonnet had 6 with 267 yards. Receiving, Jackson Smith and Jigba led the team with 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns. DK Metcalf with 980 yards. 8 touchdowns. Irvin Smith Jr. with 3 touchdowns and 700 yards. And Joshua Palmer with 400 yards and 2 touchdowns. Elijah Moore did nothing that year. Blocking. Damian Lewis didn't allow a single sack. This is our best year we've had in blocking, and it's the worst year we've had. Wow. Okay, so each tackles in the center allow 1 tackle, or allow 5 tackles each. 15 sacks on the season. Wow. And then defense just must have absolutely sucked. It's not even loading. That's how bad it was. It doesn't even want to load how bad the stats were. Let's see if we can do that one more time. Let's try that again. And we lost connection to the EA servers. Alright, well, looks like we're not going to see what the defense stats were. But we thank you guys for watching this video. It means a lot. If you did make it to the end, please make sure you subscribe, share the video with friends, and I really appreciate it. And have a good rest of your day, guys. See you later.